to identify, exploit, and neutralize criminal, terrorist, and counterintelligence threats to the Air Force, Department of Defense, and the U.S. government. That's the mission statement of the Air Force Office of Special Investigations. My goal today is to talk to you to give you a little bit of basic understanding of the structure of the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, or AFOSI, as you might hear me call it later. OSI has three investigative branches that we use. We have a criminal investigative branch, a fraud investigative branch, and a counterintelligence investigative branch. In the criminal investigative branch, we focus on three target areas: narcotics, rape and or sexual assaults, and internet crimes against children. With narcotics, mainly we focus on distribution, such as 500 grams or more of crack cocaine, which is a felony level of distribution. Beyond that, we'll also look into positive urinalysis testing from our demand reduction section. That identifies military members that have been using narcotics, illegal narcotics, and have tested positive for them. As far as our rape and sexual assaults are concerned, if you're not familiar, rape is considered penetration of any form, unwanted penetration of any form with the use of force. We also look at sexual assault. If there's grievous bodily harm involved, again, penetration has to be involved. And second to sexual assault, any form of sexual misconduct we also look into would involve a full-birth kernel, an 06 or higher. From that, our investigation, we go directly to the Pentagon with the facts of our investigation, and the Secretary of the Air Force is then briefed on the facts of our case. Thirdly, in the criminals investigative branch, we focused on internet crimes against children. We're part of an Internet Crimes Against Children task force. Mainly we focus on proactive internet safety awareness briefings, meaning I'll fill the base theater and inform parents on how a child predator will use the internet to exploit their children. It's a really interesting briefing, and we get a lot of good success from it. With the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, it's a nationwide network of law enforcement officers connected to help each other. So if I'm in Georgia and I know of a case that can fire off in Pennsylvania, I will let the Pennsylvania officers know about that case. And they will run it from there, and as a partner we'll run it together. Most of the time the prosecution goes to the United States Attorney. That's the highest attorney that we'll use. He's a federal adjudicated attorney. Also, along with the U.S. Attorney, involves our fraud investigations branch. The main thing that the fraud investigations branch looks for is Air Force contract fulfillment requirements, meaning product quality standards. If Boeing says an engine's going to run 100,000 hours for an airplane and it runs 7,000 hours, OSI will open a case on that, find the facts, and give it to the U.S. Attorney, and the company can be liable for up to 3 times the punitive damages for what the government paid for their faulty contract. Also involved with that, we check into double billing as part of the fraud investigations, meaning let's just use Boeing again for example. If we order a widget from Boeing and Boeing subcontracts Company X, Boeing cannot charge us for what they are charging Company X to build that as well. It does happen quite a bit. Again, one of the big things we look into. The second facet for the fraud investigations branch is product substitution. Easiest way to put this is if the government purchases a contract to buy, the quality of Mercedes, parts quality of a Mercedes, and the dealer gives us parts quality of a Toyota Corolla. For lack of better words, we're talking, classified components, aircraft parts. We pay for the top of the line, very specific military spec parts, and we get the part that looks the same, but it's not near as good a quality. That's quite a big deal. It's a dishonest business practice is what it is. So after we find the dishonest business practice, we will blacklist that company against any federal government agency, so they can't work on any military installation or any Department of Defense installation as well. The third facet that the fraud investigations branch looks at is fraudulent enlistment. With fraudulent enlistment, it could be something as simple as a member omitting their criminal record when they do their security clearance paperwork. Most people in the Air Force have a secret security clearance. Along with a security clearance, if you lie or omit information for your security clearance, you're non-worldwide deployable. And if you're not worldwide deployable, you cannot affect the Air Force's combat mission. We are a combat unit. So therefore, you are completely useless pretty much to the Air Force. Quite a bit of money is invested into that, upwards of $250,000 for a top secret security clearance. Without a security clearance, like I said, you're not worldwide deployable. You cannot conduct, for Air Force for OSI members, you cannot conduct the counterintelligence mission. What we do deployed is a little bit classified, so I'll just give you the in-class boring version. I apologize. The main thing we'll do over in the stateside, we'll do pre-deployment briefings. We'll gain threat information for specific countries and personnel traveling to those countries, whether it be vacation or for temporary duty. We will brief them on the classified dangers of that country. We'll also do immediate response briefings to senior leadership on the base if they want to know what is the current status of Haiti. We already have people on the ground in Haiti. We'll get on the phone, get on our classified computer network, get the up-to-date minute of what's going on in Haiti, and bam, and give the wing leadership their intel briefing. We also run what's called an Eagle Eyes program. It's pretty much just a counterintelligence awareness program where if anyone sees any form of suspicious activity, whether it be terrorism, or it could be, bomb plot, someone taking pictures of the base, for anything like that, there's a 24-hour hotline that will report to us. Again, with that Eagle Eyes program, we're required to brief 100% of the base. So whether it be incoming personnel, the First Term Airmen Center, anything of that nature, we brief every single person that comes onto the base of our Eagle Eyes program. Sorry. So General Gary North, currently the commander of the Pacific Air Forces, said, quote, he said, "Pound for pound, the best weapon system I have at my disposal is the Air Force OSI Special Agent." With those powerful words in mind, I hope you have a better understanding of the mission of the Air Force Office of Special Investigations. With our criminal, fraud, and counterintelligence investigative mission actively employed, the Air Force, Department of Defense, and the U.S. government, is a lot safer place to work and live in. AFOSI Special Agents have the daunting responsibility to identify, exploit, and neutralize security threats to the U.S. Air Force, Department of Defense, and here in garrison and for deployed locations. Thank you.